Hi everyone, this is Sheena from For the Love of Paper, and I'm here to show you the final version of the Easter journal that I did. It's got some vintage and antique pieces in it. I did finish the cover off. So as I had shown you, this is a embossed old postcard, Easter postcard, and then I sewed it on some purple fabric, and the back here is a collage. There's some old documents, some book page from inside the book. That's the music, because this is this particular book is called the Music Lover's Handbook. And so there's some collage also of the digital kit that was from Rachel at Roxy's Creation. I put this piece of non-vintage lace trim over the side here. So then there's also seam binding closure. It's let's see, let's say it's like 1.5 inch spine, 2 inches, about a 2-inch spine. And the book itself is just shy, well, maybe it's like 8.5. Yeah, about 8.5 by oh my goodness, I'm measuring the same thing twice. I remember you guys telling you that I don't do math. Yeah, this is measuring 5.5, 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, so we have the seam binding here in the eyelets, and then just want to make sure we're in good view. And I'll go through this. So, some 1938 document. In the background of the front, there's some of the digital behind, and it's the same in the back. There's some digital here. This is just a piece of similar to Florentine paper, but it's not that material. And then the document, another piece of the document here. If I pull them out, you can kind of see it there. So that's tucked in, or that's in the background there. So then from the front, we have a library card, and I used this stamp. Remember, I got this recently in a haul at a for $5 at a vintage market, and I used it throughout. I love it. So if you can see that yellow pattern on there, that is the stamp, and then I put just a little butterfly there at the bottom. So that library card is tucked in there. There's a big sack here that's got some crocheted lace, a vintage button, this very large journal card in there with writing space on the back. So then that just tucks in. 3 signatures, and I showed this the other day, vintage wrapping paper. This is a journal card. Again, I used green in the stamp and put just like 3 little button stamps, and then this tag that I had already made. I did finish all the collage little clusters on the pockets. So there's one here, and then this is vintage rag paper. This is the digital. There's a piece of ephemera tucked in behind there. This little pocket with another tag just tucked in there. And this is on some handmade paper. And then I just put a little cluster there. Some ledger, dyed paper, the digital. I did some stenciling here. I did a little like secret spot where you can write something there. There is like a little bird stamped right there. Just added some things here and there. This is the front like page of the book. So I put that, the Music Lover's Handbook. I really like the font of that. So I put that on here, and then you have writing space in there. There's a journal card with writing space, and then tucked in this one is a bunch of little vintage pieces. So there's an envelope, there's an English and French word card, a want to say library card. No, it's not. A playing card there. And then this old calendar from 1938. So just some little pieces of ephemera in there for you. And then flipping through, here's some more old handwritten paper. This is just a piece paper clipped that has the same stamp that I used just to add a little bit to the white space. And that's clipped on there. Same fabric from the front. And then we continue to go through. There's plenty of writing space, collage space for you. I just folded these up, but I didn't glue them down. They're not too, well, they're really not brittle at all. So I did tuck some things in some places. There's another little collage cluster there. A piece of book page. I'm not really sure that language. This very old vintage coffee. I don't recall seeing it, but I showed you that the other day. In some places it's embossed too. And then just this little journal card that I made on a mathematical card. So that's all tucked in there. You got a good mix of old and new. There's a piece of book page there and a tag with writing space on the back, just on this little clustered pocket. And this is, again, book page from the book. I tried to use anywhere there's clusters like this. I used the book, the actual book guts insides to make the pieces. This is a journal card. There's an old photo. And then this 1932 school leaflet, primary church school leaflet is tucked in there. And you can use those for collage, or here's the 1938 document. And again, I folded this up because it was kind of raggedy, but again, you can tuck things in there. Let's see what I have right here to tuck, because you don't see it, but I have a mess. I have a mess here. Let me just grab, like right there. You can just tuck stuff in there. So it's a little tuck spot. This is rag paper. I did fold that over just because it stuck out further. And I did glue that down. This is a watermark page, more the digital, handwritten paper. You can tell by the coloring how old that is. The dyed paper. There's another piece of vintage notebook paper that was written on. And variations of different paper. This is the sugarcane paper from Bolivia. So I tried to put a variety of things in here. This one again is the one that I glued down. The digital kit is both front and back. Rachel at Roxy Creations, the Easter one, and I want to say backgrounds. Beautiful backgrounds. Here's another piece of the book. And you can see in the different colors from one side to the next, but I just folded that, and that's one of the places that I just folded over and you can tuck in. This opens this way, so a little tuck spot. You can see the typing. There's an old piece of music, an old Crawford's piece of ephemera, and then this journal card that I made. And then we have this big pocket. This was made from vellum, and I collaged on it. There's this journal card. I did use some of this stamp. It's kept its ink for a while, so I just, very faint, you can see in some spots, I just put a little of that background on there. Yeah, I'm so glad I got that. I love it. It's kind of like if you would stencil, but it's a full large stamp. And I don't know if I have any more of those, to be honest. I might. There's a journal card in here. There's the collage there. This little journal card. This old piece of music. And then this floral, I think it's I got this in Happy Mail, but I think it's a magazine image, but you have writing space in the back. So that's all tucked in there. I didn't want to collage or cluster too many things in too many places that took away from your like writing space, clipping space. I love that. That's why I started the journal with that. I love that. Okay. Straw paper from Rachel at Roxy Creations. That's just a little piece of scrapbook paper stenciling, and I put a little butterfly on the edge there, just to add a little something to that plain page. This is a piece of the digital I had left over, so I put a little flip out, and again, you can probably really see that on there. I hope you can. I don't know if it's like damask, I don't know. Then more vintage papers, dictionary page, this vintage piece of notebook paper. Then this envelope has this card with, again, the stamp on the background, this alphabet card that you can, it's got a little bird there, but this is matte, so I can't remember exactly what I put on there, but you can write on that. And then there's a bigger one in here with a piece of the book, 1943, and then writing space, so I just tucked that in there. And then we're in the middle of the third signature now. Just going back through, you can see that stamping there. There's pencil writing all over it. It's just so yummy. And then we're finishing this off. Like I said, a good mix of old and new. There's this tag I did with writing space. There's this vintage postcard there that I kept in its cellophane. And then this journaling card spot tucked in there. And then we have this pocket in the back, which I kind of already showed you. This is a piece that has writing on the back, but this is from the front of the book, the end paper from the front of the book with different wishes, handwriting, stamps on it. So I folded that in there for you. And then this journal card is tucked in that pocket. And again, it's got sorry silk closure. Let me get rid of that now. And it's, if you set it up, it's not like, there's definitely plenty to add more to it. It's got, like I said, the 3 signatures, and they're roughly the same. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pages in each. So, did I write that down anywhere? 13. 3, 6, 9, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness, I can't figure that out. It would be 3 times 13 times 4. Yeah, let me see. Actually, I can grab my work phone right here. So, I can't do math like that. Okay. So, there's roughly, where's the calculator? 13 times 3 signatures times 4 sides is 156 pages in this. And you still have plenty to fill and add your own memories, photos, your own ephemera that you've gathered, whatever you want. So that's it for this Easter journal. I'm going to take pictures and list it today. So if you're seeing this video, you probably want to keep an eye because it's coming. And this is me starting to use my pieces that I've been hoarding, some vintage things, but great old book turned into a new yummy journal. So I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day. Bye.